Hi everybody, I'm Dr. Silly. I'm your host today for the Gravity Gang Gourmet Show. What's that, you say? Well, it's an effort to help children, and adults I guess, to have lower gravity. What's that? Well, as you know, we're kind of expanding as a country, happening around the world with digitalization, the kids sitting, not running around as much, eating a lot of foods that are high G foods, that is, they'll get you more gravity. And as part of my work with children, I write stories for them, part of my practice and things. And the Gravity Gang, I wrote to help obese kids change their attitude about themselves. You're not fat, you just have too much gravity, and we can handle that. How do we handle that? How did these Gravity Gang high school kids handle it? Well, they learned to eat cool, save the waves. It was a different approach that helped save people's self-respect. You know, when you've got gravitational challenges, it's easy to get hurt by the jibes of others, and particularly bullies at school and around. And merely working on your gravitational score is a lot less traumatic than saying, oh, you've got to lose 2 pounds, you're too fat, you're too this, you're too something. The idea of the Gravity Gang was to learn to be yourself, to learn to make these choices, food choices actually. How do you do that? You're cool. There's cool foods and not so cool foods. It's not a diet, it's just a way of managing yourself in a world that's full of potato chips. So the Gravity Gang story then turned into a gang. People would come to my studio, and kids with their parent, we would have on Saturday the Gravity Gang meeting. Bowls of fruit and a lot of talk and good times about how to live well and not get caught in the gravity trap. High gravity will do you in. All the diabetes and other associated medical disorders. Mrs. Obama, our First Lady, she's championed this as her cause. And she's absolutely right. If we don't do something to help ourselves and to help the children that we love, well, I think it's called neglect, but maybe you won't go that far, but I do. So, without further ado, what's happened? We made cooking shows in my kitchen, low gravitational snacks. And our cooking show was Chefs, the low food galaxy chefs. They could make low-gravity snacks, and we had a number of them: popcorn, pizza, oatmeal cookies, other things that children could learn to make themselves and help fight that gravitational expanse. So I hope you enjoy today's cooking show. It's actually our first, and you'll see Chef Mikey and me doing our gravitational cooking in my little kitchen. So I hope you enjoy it, and we'll talk after you watch the Gravity Gang Gourmet Show. Hey, we're here in our kitchen, Chef Mikey, and I wondered if you could show us that low G snack you were talking about, that popcorn snack.
Alright, but first we're going to need a bowl.
A bowl, all right. Here's a bowl. Will this do?
Yeah, I guess.
All right. There's a lot of bowl. All right, a bowl. What more do we need?
The actual popcorn kernels.
Ah, I have that. What's on the box in here? What's in this thing? Does it have any coconut oil or any of that stuff that's supposed to make you weird?
It has popcorn kernels,
That's it, huh?
less than 2% of salt.
So it's low salt, too. That is good, isn't it, for G's? So this is the stuff for us?
Tell you the truth, we should just say kernels.
Okay. Well then, all right, I'll take out a... Oh, it's in little packages.
Yes.
All right.
We're gonna have to take another already.
How's that?
This will work. Now,
Wait a minute. Show this package. It's kind of a weird package. Okay. What do we do with this?
you open it.
Uh-huh.
It's gonna take a little while.
Okay.
But for me, it's pretty easy. Open it.
I'll be your assistant.
Throw this in the
Thank you,
trash,
Chef Michael.
please. I said trash.
Sorry. I'll stick it over here for now. Couldn't I add my favorite
No,
salt?
no, that will make it even worse.
Why?
Salt is a heart attack city.
Is it Heart Attack City? Well, I'll have to stop using this. Well, maybe just the tiniest, tiny bit.
I wouldn't even recommend that, so
He's a bit extreme, kids. All right, no salt, you win. How about this, though? My very favorite, from a cow.
no.
No?
No.
Why not?
It's butter.
Butter, butter, looks good. United States butter.
But
Number
the thing
one, A
is,
grade.
More or less, this is all coconut oil.
No, not in there. What's in there is cows.
You sure about that?
That's why they look that way, because they make this stuff. Boom.
No. It's more of they make this in a factory with just milk and they constantly move it around and around and
And
around.
it makes butter.
Yes.
So this stuff I shouldn't have. It's animal fat.
Yes.
All the good stuff I used to eat. All right, no salt, no butter. How about my favorite, this wonderful high-calorie super sugar slurper?
No. I'd rather recommend
Oh, chef,
some
you
diet raspberry ginger ale
diet.
or light ruby red.
You mean fruit juice?
Yep.
Grapefruits?
Or Tropicana, the wonderful orange juice.
An orange. So, chef, I shouldn't have the hot... Take it easy. Allergies, is it?
Yeah.
I know many of you have allergies. Dr. Silly has some allergies too, but they're under control today. So we have the popcorn.
We have the package.
We have the bowl.
We have the drinks that we recommend.
The drinks that we recommend. All right. And what now?
Do we have a microwave? If we don't, the whole thing's gonna fall apart.
Microwave. That's the one that goes...
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. How's that for a microwave?
Nice.
Good. I don't know how to quite work it, but I'm
Alright.
sure you could show us.
Alright, well, the way to use popcorn, make sure this side is up.
Oh,
See?
does it say?
Yes. Pick up here. Open.
Pick up here? What is pick up? I'm picking it up. What?
This side up.
All right.
Okay?
And did you do that little thing you showed me once?
Yeah, usually you shake it just so to break them up.
He
so
knows
they're not going to be
everything.
all stick together.
You know everything, Chef Mikey.
Then you open the flaps.
Ooh.
Assistant, can you please open the
The microwave? The microwave, please.
Hey, you want to know something cool? It has the word Mike in it. So it's...
Oh, it's yours. All right, Mikey. All right, Chef Mikey, now what?
Now you put this in, close the microwave.
That side up.
Be careful which side, okay?
Okay. All right, now I just close her up?
Yep.
Closed.
Now, you would like to usually put it in for, let's say...
This is a minute, huh?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, hang on. What does it say here? Cook for 3 days.
No.
Yeah.
I think
3
you
minutes,
wait.
3 minutes, 3 minutes. I gotta get my glasses. 3 minutes. Look at this. Look at this, Chef Mikey.
94% fat-free.
Ta-da! Low G foods.
But think of it this way, there's also that's still 6% fat.
Yeah, but
So-
6% divided between is 3 for you, 3 for me. It's nothing. If you have 5 people, 6 people, it's 1% for each.
True.
This is for us. Okay, I'm going to get about 1 minute.
Sure about that?
Well, not actually. Not without my glasses.
I would still recommend, let's say, a minute and a quarter.
A minute and a quarter. Wait a minute, I got to figure the math. 60 seconds plus a quarter of that.
75 seconds.
I'm with brainiacs.
Then you press start.
Yes.
And don't stare at it.
Oh, you're not supposed to do that?
You don't want to grow a third eye.
It could be helpful.
Well, some ways.
All right, I won't grow a third eye and I won't stare at it. Now what happens?
Well, it's going to start popping.
While we're waiting. I could tell you a joke. I have knock-knock jokes. I have...
Alright, let me guess one that you're going to say. A stupid joke. And that's the one I would like to hear.
I love stupid jokes. Okay, here's the joke. This pig came by actually, and he went into a restaurant, he ate and he ate and he ate, and he blew up.
Like the popcorn, but also that's a stupid joke. Why did you tell it?
Because it's a stupid joke.
Yeah, just stop me on that.
All right, I got you with the stupid joke. Now what happens?
Well, it's only 22 seconds, so how about this?
You know, I was telling jokes, and now Mikey does the dance. Okay, it's fine by me.
The thing is, you should. Oh,
it's leaking. It's blowing up.
Yeah, we should probably stop. If you hear 3 seconds without popping, stop it.
Wait a minute now. What's that rule? 3 seconds with no pop?
Yeah.
What happens if you keep it cooking?
Boom!
It gets all burnt and smelly?
Yeah.
Not good, beans and cheese. All right, Chef. You sure it's all done?
It's insanely
I
hot.
had a blast in the bag. Oh, this looks very hot. Let me help you, Chef Mikey.
Considering there's already a hole in it.
All right, put her in the bowl. But it's very hot. They have to be careful, the people who make this?
Yes.
I don't know if doctors treat popcorn burns in emergency.
I'm sure they don't.
What happened to him? He's got popcorn burns. Looks good. Smells big.
Yeah, besides the bag.
I was smelling the bag.
Bag smells disgusting.
You can't eat the bag, though.
No.
Oh.
Well, you probably could, but it would taste disgusting. Pigs eat them.
Do they?
You don't want to end up like a pig, eating out of the garbage.
No. They should have a restaurant. All right, this is done and we throw it in the rubbish?
Yeah.
All right, I will
Don't
do that.
eat it.
No, I promise. All right, there it is in the rubbish. And,
I would also recommend get all the stuff out of the
oh, you
microwave.
got to clean that up. I'll clean that up later. All right, here's our popcorn.
My popcorn.
Hey, wait a minute, hold it. There's our popcorn. Does it look good?
Yes, it looks very good.
Does it smell good?
Yeah.
I can feel my gravity going down right now.
How?
I don't know.
I haven't even ate it.
All right.
I like popcorn.
Do I eat it with my eyes closed? Not bad. I'm used to it with a lot of salt. It tastes better without the salt. Why is that?
Taste bud. Smell?
Smell, taste buds? Okay.
If you smell it and it smells good, usually it's going to taste better.
Did you hear that? All right then, I'm for that. Well, here it is, the best low-G snack in the galaxy, cooked by our chef, Chef Mikey, and Dr. Silly. And we'd like to say to you, B's and G's, save the waves, eat cool.
Hey, that was mine.
It was your line?
Yeah.
But before I started this, you know, I was reading this book, it's called Overweight, What Kids Say, and it's a collection of comments from a website that's probably 8 or 9 years old now called Way to Rock. Dr. Pretlow invented this, a physician, as a way that young people can comment about their gravity status and how difficult it is. And as I was reading it, I thought, I'm going to share this with anyone who's watching because it's very important about how children feel. And we'll give you a sample. This is from a segment called Addiction. And here's a girl named Amanda, age 15, and says, I need to lose 150 pounds. Before, I always wanted to lose weight so people would like me. But now, I want to do it for myself, so I'll like myself. I have a food addiction. I'm a binge compulsive eater. And this seems helpful, and I hope it will help. But it's going to be so hard. Let's try another one from a girl who calls herself Nail Polish, 14. A couple of 100 pounds. She wants to lose 70 pounds. I'm not going to give up everything at once. Like right now, I just want to go and raid the fridge. I'm addicted to food. And honestly, I think I'm going to get something to eat just out of boredom. It's hard not to. It's very late. So maybe I could just go to bed and see how I do tomorrow. Was it this hard for everyone at first? Wow. Quite a battle, isn't it? You said it. That's what we wanted to talk about when we were talking about the Gravity Gang. These young people are fighting for their independence, for their lives, for their health, for themselves. So today's episode is all about this overweight. And we're going to do Chicka, boom, 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 introducing Chef Isabelle. So, immediately, I hope you enjoy Chicka, boom, boom, boom. We were talking about low-G snacks and things, and you said that you had something that you wanted to show us today about low-G snacking. And what is that?
Well, we are going to be making garbanzo beans.
Garbanzo.
I
like the way it sounds. It makes me want to dance.
Yeah. It's kind of got like a tangy
yeah,
thing
it
to
does.
it.
Garbanzo.
So we're going to be making a very good kind of, we're going to cook them, and we're going to add some seasonings, and they're going to be kind of like a good snack that you can eat. So you'll be eating cool.
Oh, eating cool and saving
the waves.
Okay, then we better get started.
Right.
Oh, we have to...
You got to wash your hands first. You always have to wash your hands.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm just going to wash my hands with warm water because you don't want to use too hot, it will burn you. And you don't want to use too cold because then you won't wash it. So you're also always going to want to use soap. So I like to do this because it's kind of fun. And you're just going to wash your hands a little bit, you know. Look, I'm wearing my Gravity Gang bracelet today, silly.
Oh, that's great.
Yep. Alright, so make sure you get your hands all washed. Make sure you get all the soap off. And now you can just wipe off your hands. And okay, so now we're going to go back over here. And now we're going to get ready to start roasting our garbanzo. So I'm going to open up a can of garbanzo beans. And I'm going to use a can opener. So for those of you who haven't used one before, all you're going to do is you're just going to kind of snap it on there and push down hard. And then you're going to want to turn this very slowly, and you're going to want to be pushing down the whole time so that it doesn't, because if you don't push down, it's just going to come off, and then it won't cut it. Okay, so if you don't have a strainer, you can just push the lid down and just dump it out like that. Now, if you do have a strainer, all you're going to want to do is you're just going to want to open this up a little bit more so that you can take the cap off. So make sure you use a knife. And I like to use a napkin because the cap is very sharp and it can cut you. So all you're going to do is you're just going to kind of turn it off like this. You can just crank it. And now if you do have a strainer, all you're going to do is you're just going to pour them in and the oil will all come off. So now I'm just going to rinse them a little bit so that I get any extra shells off. So you're just going to kind of rinse it. You can swirl them around a little bit. Now you're just going to dry them like this. And now get back to going over there. Alright, here we go. Okay, so now I'm just going to pour them in here so that we have somewhere to put them. And then you can just get rid of your strainer because you're not really going to be using that. So now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some out. And you're just going to rub them like this. Not too hard, but because you're trying to get off all the shells. So I'm just going to take this bowl so that I have somewhere to put them after. And you're just going to kind of sort them out and put some in there. And you don't want to get the shells on there. So just like this, you know. And you're just going to kind of want to rub them a little bit more because sometimes you might think you rubbed it all, but there's still probably some on there. So you're just going to throw them in here. Okay, so I'm pretty much all done. Now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the rest of these, I've already shelled these ones, and I'm just going to dump them in here. And now I'm going to put some seasonings in here so it'll be a little bit yummier. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to put in a little bit of olive oil. And I'm going to get my spoons. So you can put in about like 2 spoonfuls, I'd say. And now garlic, which I love garlic because it's not very much, but it adds such a big taste to it. So I already got some right here, and you're just going to throw that in. But I'm also going to show you how you can crush up garlic. So all you're going to want to do is just, here's one that has already been peeled. Now here's one that hasn't. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this knife. Now you have to be careful with the knife again. And you're just going to lay it on here and then just bang it down hard so that the shell will come off. So now you're just going to peel off the shell. And it's pretty easy. It doesn't take much time. Okay. And now you're going to put it in a garlic crusher. So all you're going to do is you're just going to put it in there, and you're going to put it like this and have this go right there, a little knob, and then you're just going to squeeze down. And this should come right out. Now, if it gets stuck like this, all you have to do is just wipe it off with a little bit of a knife. Now, this bottom part, you might think it's good because there's a lot left, but you don't want that. That's bad. So all you're going to do is just throw that in the garbage. And there you have your garlic. So you can put a little bit more in if you want. Now, I like to put in a couple different seasonings. So I like to put in this everyday seasoning, which I like a lot. You just kind of crank some in. And pepper. Pepper will always add a good taste to it. So it's got a little bit of tang to it. And now this is my favorite pepper. And it's a lemon pepper. So you're just going to put that in there. And now all we're going to do is we're just going to stir this up a little bit so that all the stuff gets together in there. And now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it in my pan. So after you get done stirring it up, you're going to take a pan that you're going to want to put flour on so that it won't stick at all. And you're just going to pour it in and now I like to put some salt in there so it's a little bit more, it has a little bit extra flavor to it. And you don't want to put too much, just a little bit. And now all you gotta do is, just spread it around. If you don't have a little spoon, you can always just use your finger. Put it around like that. And so now all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it in the oven, and I'm gonna put this in at a oven that has been preheated to 375. And I'm going to want to be very careful when I put this in because the oven is hot and I don't want to burn myself. So I'm just going to slide it in. And there we have it. And all we have to do is just wait for that to cook. Alright, so now we're going to be taking them out of the oven, which is really exciting because then we get to eat them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be taking them out, but I want to make sure to use mitts because I burn my hands lots of times. Now I've gotten a little bit smarter and I know that I need to use mitts. So you're just going to throw these on and oh, they smell delicious.
Oh, they look good.
Look at them, silly. They look so good, don't they? Ooh.
You make the best stuff.
Well, thank you.
And these are what?
They are called roasted garbanzo beans.
Ooh.
Now, I like to add a little bit of lemon juice.
Oh, I like
now,
that.
it's not too much, but just a little bit to add a little bit of flavor to it.
Ooh, these do look good, I must say.
They are delicious. All right. Now, see,
Can I,
Sure, go ahead. You can try some.
All right. Eeny, meeny.
When my dad was little, he said that he would always just pop them in his mouth like popcorn. Him and his mom would sit there and eat them all day.
Whoa.
Aren't they good?
I'm the garlic. You're
See, and with the lemon juice, it tastes good, right?
Yes, absolutely right. Well, you know, they're chickpeas, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
And I thought, chicky bone, chicky bone. Come on, this is my spot.
All right,
chicky bone, chicky bone, chicky bone. Well, listen, we gotta go, I suppose.
All right, well.
And say goodbye to anyone that we want to know. And thanks for watching. And remember to
eat cool
and save the waves.
Let me read you one more from this wonderful book called Overweight, What Kids Say. And this is from a young girl, 14, 5'6", too much, she says, too fat. And she's asking for help. And she says, they could definitely help someone if they've been overweight. And I've got to be a healthy weight. I think it would be great if I could find someone to ask for advice. One of my teachers told us about his weight loss. A couple of years ago, he was like 60 pounds heavier, but he lost it through diet, exercise, and we talked about goal setting. My goal is to lose just 10 pounds. I'm going to ask my teacher for advice the next time I see him. You see, role models are important. You can't just ask your children to eat cool and save waves if you're not eating cool and saving waves.